If you are wanting to grow on Instagram, then I'm going to take you through some of the top mistakes that I see creators making that is limiting their reach, growth and success on the Instagram platform right now. And if you are an ambitious business owner who wants to scale their business online so that you have more impact, income and freedom in your lives, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. Okay, so let's get straight to it. And this first thing that is stopping you from growing on Instagram isn't going to be very popular, but it's just the way things are nowadays. And that is people still believing that they can grow on the Instagram platform by only publishing content a few times a week. Now, yes, this used to be possible in the past, but today, if you are really wanting to commit to growing on the platform, then you need to be posting content a lot more frequently. The more content you post, especially Reels at the moment, the more eyeballs on your content for people who don't currently follow you, which will ultimately lead to more growth. Yes, you can nurture your current followers' relationships by posting less and by utilizing stories. But for growth, you really need to be posting a lot more than a few times a week. So if you are posting 2 to 3 times a week at the moment, for example, and you are not growing, try increasing it to 5 times a week if you can, and you will begin to notice a difference. Okay, but moving on to the next thing that is limiting your growth on Instagram is just publishing Reels. Now, I know I just said in my previous point that Reels are being pushed out to people who don't follow you. So yes, they are a great type of content to get new, fresh eyeballs on your content, which will bring in new followers. However, not everyone wants to consume content through Reels, and you really don't want your account to become a one-trick pony where all you are known for is Reels. Plus, you still will want to re-engage your current followers and to, nurture those relationships. So mix up your content, as this will attract a wider audience, especially when they land on your profile and see that you create a variety of types of content. And this doesn't mean you need to be coming up with different content for each of them. So for example, you may have a Reel video that gives your audience a number of tips. Well, you can easily recreate that post as a carousel post, sharing each tip as text for someone to scroll through. Carousel posts are still performing really well on Instagram, and it's a great way to repurpose your content and include everyone on the platform too. But a little side tip here that will definitely help your reach and growth is if you have a motivational or inspirational quote that you do want to share, don't publish it as a static image. Instead, because we know Reels are being pushed more, add that quote to a 10 to 15 second video and add some trending music to it. Doing this will increase its performance and in turn help to grow your account. Now, the next thing that I see a lot of creators doing that is limiting their growth on Instagram is pinning their best performing posts to the top of their feed. Wait, what? Surely that is the best type of content to pin there because it shows people how well your posts have done, right? Well, no. Just in case you don't already know, you can pin 3 of your posts to the top of your feed. And if you're pinning your Reels, for example, that got the most views, maybe it was a trend you did that went slightly viral, pinning it at the top of your feed could actually do more damage than good. So let me explain. Let's say you had a Reel, which was a trend and it reached 20,000 views. Yes, you could say it performed well, and it did. But does it still give value to your ideal audience today? And if someone new landed on your profile and saw that video at the top, would it actually make them want to follow you? This is what you need to consider when deciding what to pin at the top of your feed. So for me, my first pinned post is a welcome reel video, which tells people what they will get from me if they follow and also how they can get extra value from me. Then my other pinned posts are really valuable posts. So the theory behind it is when they view the pinned post, then they will want to take action, but more importantly, they know the type of value my content offers, and if they follow me, they know the type of content and the value that they'll gain from me moving forward. So think strategically with your pinned posts and not just pinning those posts that got the most views. Okay, so the next thing I want to mention that people need to stop doing when wanting to grow on Instagram is about hashtags, and that is to stop putting your hashtags in the comments. They need to be in the captions. I still hear so many people advising people to put hashtags in the comments, and it's a real bugbear of mine because it's so wrong. Comments are not part of search. So if you put your hashtags in the comments, they won't be found. So to have your post found in search, put your keywords and hashtags in the caption. Now, I'm not saying you should be using hashtags as part of your growth strategy, because if you are relying on them for growth, then you're going to be disappointed. Hashtags have changed in their use over years, and now they help the Instagram algorithm to categorize your content in order to show it to the right types of people who are wanting, that you're wanting to attract. But keywords today in your content as well as in your captions also help to do this job and help to get your content found. However, if you're using hashtags, putting them in the caption will help the content, whereas putting it in the comments will not. Now, when it comes to your reels or your videos, though, there are some obvious mistakes and some not so obvious mistakes as well, which are limiting people's growth. The first one, which is a real bugbear of mine because people are still doing it today, and that is uploading your video from other platforms with that platform's logo watermark all over the video. This is the most common thing with where people are uploading their TikTok videos over to Instagram, for example. Now, Instagram has already said that they will not push videos that are uploaded with competitors' logos all over it. So why do it? You're wasting your own valuable time and reach on the platform. Now, if you have previously published TikTok videos that you would like to repurpose to other platforms, then watch my recent video here where I show you exactly how I download my TikTok videos without the logo watermark, so I can repurpose it onto other platforms without getting any penalties. I will also put this video link in the description of this video. Okay, so moving on to the next mistake when it comes to creating videos or reels should be an obvious one, and that is poor video quality. So grainy, dull, or low resolution type videos. You don't need expensive equipment. Your smartphone is usually good enough, but just make sure your lens is clean before you film and make sure you are in a well-lit room. Ideally, natural light works best, but even positioning yourself in front of a window will give you great lighting on your face so people can see you clearly. Investing in a ring light is also great if you are regularly filming indoors. Now, the next mistake when creating reels or videos, which is affecting your growth on Instagram, is waffling or making your videos longer for the sake of it, or starting your videos with, "Hey guys, I hope you're well." If you do this, you have lost a large majority of people from the start and they will just scroll by. So the key here is to make sure your reel videos are as short, concise, and to the point as possible. Watch time matters, and what I mean by that is how long people stick around to consume your video. The higher percentage of video watch time, the further your reel will be pushed out there. So it will perform better and get more views, which will result in more people engaging and growth on your account. But to do this, you need to grab your viewers' attention in the first 3 seconds. So don't waste that time filling it with words that don't stand out or make them think, hey, why do I want to stick around? Use hooks that are telling the viewer exactly what your video will do for them, so what value they are going to get from sticking around. And finally, a big mistake I still see creators making with reels when they want to grow is only doing trends. Trends are great for reach, and especially when you can recreate that trend in a way that relates to your industry. However, people are beginning to become bored of seeing the same reel over and over again when something, is trending. It may have been popular doing lots of trends back in 2020, but things have now evolved. Moving forward, you need to be incorporating more original content in your reels, such as talking head type content, where you are sharing a tip, piece of advice, or just genuinely engaging with your audience in a real, authentic way. Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, has said they are going to be favouring original content more in the future. So yes, whilst trends are still performing well, I would not stop them altogether, but I would definitely start adding some more original real videos into your content mix so you can start standing out and grabbing people's attention in your own unique way. So if you're wanting to grow on Instagram, then you are definitely going to want to stop doing these things. Let me know in the comments if you have found this video useful and if you have been doing any of these things to date. Also, let me know what else you need help with when it comes to your social media marketing.